one thing y'all know about me, I'm a lot of things, but I don't lie. But I don't lie. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with another video, and as you can see from the title, it is sort of like another reality show breakdown, another reality show review, that type of stuff. So I'm back again with another one, but this is not just any kind of TV show. It's actually a YouTube reality show. And I do want to shout out to Tato Rampedi because I think he is like part of the brains behind the show and the concept, and it's his production company that's sort of like bringing the whole show together, like shooting and editing wise. So shout out to Tato Rampedi and shout out to all the cast members, of course. I don't know everyone's name like that in full, but I can tell everyone's either YouTube channel names or what they call themselves, that type of thing. So shout out to Siamtanda Damase, Coffee No Milk, Khonze, I don't know, I think it's Daddy G. I think his YouTube channels are Daddy G. I think so. Sorry. There's also Zile Wizzy. There is KAMO, and there is Salome Laka. There is Newo. I can't say her surname. God, I'm so sorry. But I think I've covered everyone. And of course, guys, let's get into the tea. I will go ahead and assume that you guys have watched those episodes, so I'm not gonna go through each character, and I won't even get too much on what goes on in each episode because I want to get into what happened behind the scenes. Okay, I want to talk about what happened behind the scenes. I want to talk about the things that they're not talking to us about. I want to talk about the things that they hadn't even shown us yet. Okay, I want to talk about what every character or what every person in the reality show has said alone, like off camera, well on camera, because some of them are doing diary sessions, but also like on social media, on their Instagram lives. I want to get into that because it seems like there's a lot that they aren't telling us. There's a lot that they've sort of concealed or censored. But now the YouTubers are actually going out themselves, of course, as YouTubers do. They're telling all the tea on their channels. So I want to get into that. I want to break that down. I want to discuss with you guys what the hell is going on. What's going on? I'm going to go through the first episode because obviously that's where this whole thing starts. That's where the whole thing lands. We see the YouTubers, they're arriving, it's cute or whatever. I won't really talk too much about, what they could have done better, because once again, I do think we should give South African reality TV some grace a little bit. But upon arrival, I'm giving you guys like my own perspective and basically what I read. But upon arrival, as we're meeting the housemates, KAMO Laka, from the get-go, from her introduction, from when she was coming in, she was very just like but I thought Mhlambi, that's like her energy, that's like her vibe. She's very like, I don't care, like Banjalo that make an effort to be like standoffish, but it literally got to a point where it was like she's starting to be offensive to other people. I'm gonna try and insert clips of each moment that I referenced.
I wasn't sure why she answered the way she did, hence I asked the question, but it's fine.
I found that very off, especially if we're meeting each other like for the first time. I mean, this is just my way of saying, okay, this is the kind of person I am and this is what I talk about. So it's really like sensitive, real stuff, and you're pushing me to talk about stuff that I'm clearly saying I'm clearly saying I'm not there yet. So that definitely rubbed me off the wrong way, and just her whole demeanor was very like standoffish. And just to reference also outside of what's happening in the show, she made an Instagram post where she was like, yeah, you know how it is, girls are mean and all of that. She gets along with gents. Honestly, baby girl, it's giving you the problem. If you're going to be standoffish from the jump and then you're gonna make it about everyone else and say all the girls are mean, like, I don't know if y'all noticed, somewhere in episode 3, KAMO says that she didn't get along with the new girl. Are you surprised? Are you shocked? No, we're not shocked. Who's going back like KAMO definitely is problematic, and she is a problem. Salome, her sister, actually says in a live video with the other girls, because all small stuff, shout out to her, she's also a YouTuber, but apparently she was supposed to be on the show but she couldn't be because she was pregnant around the time. But she actually asked Salome how does she feel about her sister's portrayal after watching the show. And you know what she said? She says that she feels like she's not crazy.
But it just made me realize that sometimes the things that I'm seeing that she says like are wrong, and I'm not supposed to be seeing them like that. It just shows that other people actually see it.
She knows that her sister is problematic because she's witnessed that herself throughout the course of their siblinghood. That like when off. But now having seen her have the same sort of clashes with other people, it just validates that she's the problem. She's just very picky. Very picky. And there's a part where she's like, Coffee No Milk. Coffee No Milk is literally the sweetest girl there. Okay, her and Neo. And she says, Coffee No Milk is just following whatever Siamtanda says. First of all, Siamtanda isn't even that type of person. Well, judging from what you see from the show, she's not even the type of person who's gonna say, hey, when I do this, like she's like making her a puppet. She's not even giving that type of energy. And so what if they go, if they do things together? It's because they get along. Hello? There's nothing wrong with that. And Siamtanda had to even clarify that in her own diary session, that it's not like she's bullying anyone or she's making anyone do anything. Her and Coffee No Milk are actually friends. But why are you hating outside of the club? Back to the drama. Let's talk about Naledi Malela. Shout out to Naledi. I actually do enjoy her content. I actually do. I love Naledi for her story, and mostly like I like her journey on YouTube, where you know she was really like slept on, and the influencer content creator space wasn't really receptive of her, and then she sort of like created her own, you know, thing, and she established herself through her own hard work. So I really like her because of those reasons. We meet her obviously on the show when Naledi said Zile Wizzy, and she doesn't want to, she's gonna call Zile Wizzy by her own way, like the way that she sees fit. Now obviously in that moment we see KAMO being the one who's like, that's she didn't say that's disrespectful, she said that's disrespectful.
Not tell someone what their name is after they told you what their name is.
She's that girl, like she's very like gangster, like I don't know, she gives me those vibes, and I felt like there was no need for her to take it there. But I will say, based on how Zile Wizzy at that moment was feeling, I wouldn't say he felt like he was offended, but I remember him saying it felt like the lady was coming for him. Also when she was asking him what sets him apart as a YouTuber, or what makes him special, or is he funny because everyone else is funny, what makes him funny, I do feel like that was also quite similar to what KAMO was doing to No Coffee No Milk. Like we just all met, and you're putting me on the spot where I'm supposed to prove myself. We're all on the same show, you know, like relax.
Looky here, like I said, looky here, I feel like I'm being tested.
So I will say that in a way I kind of get maybe where KAMO was coming from, where she was like, it is disrespectful, because also Zile Wizzy did actually say that he felt like he was put on the spot. The reality show really sort of like jumped into from one space to the next, because now they're playing a game. Next thing Naledi's like, you don't make the rules, and then KAMO is like, you're not the one, you don't make the rules either. Then Naledi says she's the head of house. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I do think KAMO may have blown that completely out of proportion. It's so what if Naledi felt like she wanted to be the head of house because she's older. So what? I think the whole backhanded comment about, you know, the new age being, you know, I don't know what she said, but she was like, oh yeah, I'm a 2000, they are the ones who are teaching the old age, something like that.
In the 21st century, kids can teach adults.
I think you took it too far. Like there was no need for all of that. NALEDI takes it even further. NALEDI takes it even further. NALEDI takes it further, and she's like, how many subscribers do you have? I will say there's something I picked up when NALEDI did her own tell all. She says that in that moment, KAMO just went ahead out of nowhere and said, the new school, like the whole new school is teaching the old school age thing. When NALEDI narrates that scenario, she says it comes out of nowhere, and that's not true.
And then she made this very sideways comment to me, which I didn't understand where it came from, because I hadn't even said anything. And she was like, being older doesn't make you wiser.
We can see in the clip that it's based off the fact that NALEDI said she's head of house, and then then KAMO asked why, and then NALEDI said because I'm older, and that's when KAMO's comment came up. I don't know why NALEDI completely removed that from her side of the story, but it's there, it's on camera. And it wasn't, NALEDI said it in the sense that it was a joke, like they were joking about the fact that she's older, but in the clip she is the one who's saying that she's older, so she's the head of house. So it's just a miss something that happened there. So obviously then the whole comment about NALEDI being in love with Tato or KAMO being in love with Tato, where did that come from? I had a theory that whole chat came from Tato. I honestly had that theory and I wanted to run with it. But I do want to say, based on Twitter and what has been going on, a lot of speculation says that there might be something going on between KAMO and Tato, and neither of them have denied anything, which for me is, it says it all. It says it all, because they could have easily said, no, there's nothing going on between us. Asifunani, we are not smashing, we are just human beings, we are just children of God. But they chose to completely omit that. So maybe there is something going on there, and they just, it is what it is. I think NALEDI being the one to even speak on subscriber count, I know it was probably a joke. Well, everyone says it was a joke based on the fact that there already is a TikTok video that's like, how many subscribers do you have exactly? So it was a joke, but I also feel like we need to all be honest about the sensitivity behind that, especially in the case that NALEDI has being someone who the industry or the YouTuber space or influencer space didn't take her seriously because of her subscriber count. And now that she's there, it's not fair for her to want to make other subscribers feel lesser, you know? I think KAMO has like, what, 5K subscribers? And honestly, guys, as a YouTuber myself, like, it's hard to even get to 1,000 subscribers if we're keeping it buck. So I get that NALEDI might have been joking and it was just a clash, like a clap back, but I do feel like it's not fair, like to joke like that. Like, it is not fair, especially because Nyani KAMO has the least subscribers. She has and for her to even go as far as saying, let the real YouTubers talk, I think it wasn't fair. Like, you can clap back at someone without making remarks that sort of like classify them. Like, don't be classy, don't be like, I have more money or I have better things or I have more followers. Things like that are very fibble, in my opinion. I know it's a reality show about subscribers, so of course about YouTubers, so of course subscribers count, but like, we're all on this show at the end of the day, no matter how we got in, but we're here, you get. So anyway, that's just my tea. We go into the second day. They then go to some wine farm or something like that. I do want to point out one thing. Back again to NALEDI's tell all. She says that Kamo was only chilling with Tato and the boys. But in that wine farm scene, Kamo's sister was also there. And it seemed like, yes, Kamo was not hanging out with the other girls. She was hanging out with the boys, but her sister was also there. I'm not saying that's trying to diffuse the fact that she was completely, following Tato, but her sister was there too. So I'm sure it makes it more of a comfortable space if her sister's there with her lover boy or whoever Tato is to her.
But she was literally next to and with Tato only.
When I saw that, I was literally expecting just Kamo and the boys, but her sister was also there. But at the same time, it doesn't really take away what Naledi was trying to interpret, because it's her sister at the end of the day, right? Anyway, they get to the wine farm situation. Honestly, there wasn't really much significance about that scene. I think Samtanda mentions that in her diary session that Naledi had tried to hash things out with Kamo, but that wasn't shown on the show. Why would they not show that? Okay, obviously the argument now is that they're trying to make Naledi a villain, which I can see. I can see to an extent that they might be trying to curate it in that way, because at the end of the day, that is exactly what's going to sell. But they don't force Naledi to say things or do things. Do you get? Like, even with Kamo, they don't force her to be the way she is, like the standoffish, snobbish, annoying attitude that she has. No one is making her be like that, but they're shooting it. And the only fault is that when they edit, they'll take out the scenes of you trying to reason or trying to do better, but they'll purposely put the parts where you are being problematic. One thing I can definitely say, Mna, based on all the opinions we've all had, there's definitely problematic attributes between both Kamo and Naledi. Like, we cannot deny that. Then they get back home. We then see Newo. Honestly, I have watched a lot of Newo's videos, but I wasn't really like, I'm not really like a follower of hers. When she posts, I'm there. But I don't know, like I enjoy her energy. She's so pure, she's so honest and so fluffy. I like her. And we could see like her energy with Naledi was really cool. Like, they were bouncing off each other jokes. It was really fun to watch, like really fun to witness. But you could see that Naledi kept trying to poke at the Kamo situation. And what I respect about Neo is that she wasn't entertaining it. Like, she was really just like, let's leave that. Let's asphuzeni, sijabuleni. You know what? Let's leave that thing. Especially because Kamo wasn't even in the room, and I assume they've had a good day at the wine farm. So why would you want to bring all the negative energy back to idrama ya izolo, about that type of thing? I'm only speaking based on what we're seeing on the show, right? And then the money chat also enters the room, where Naledi starts talking about how they probably should cook because other people have no money. Which is funny, but also not funny.
I'm keen on cooking rather than counting down on the cent of the bill. I know, but I spend 300.
Let's say there are people who don't want to blow their money unnecessarily. It's fine. Like, guys, most of the people who are there are like in their 20s, like their early 20s. And a lot of them have a lot of money actually, because they are great YouTubers, they're successful content creators. But so what if they don't want to just spend money? I think the whole money chat shouldn't have been there. I would have even said they should have edited it out, because it really just paints a very distasteful image about Naledi. I don't know if that was intentional for them to put that in the clips, but once again, they did not force her. No one made her say those things. And she said it more than once, meaning it's something that she really meant.
Because actually, it makes more sense if we cook dinner because it'll be cheaper on everyone, and those who don't want to pay, those are counting down to the last cent.
Like, she says it more than once that there are some people about counter ma ranta, mina I spent 3 rand or something like that. But I think that was also weird. And the whole buying of the drinks thing that she mentions in her tell-all, where she's like, I bought wine for everyone, I bought shots for everyone. That whole chat is weird.
How was my bag? And I was like, Stacks. How was my sister's bag? It's like, Stacks. So who are we talking about?
And you can clearly see that all the other girls felt uncomfortable by the whole chat.
People paid for their own things, except for when someone voluntarily said, I'll pay for it.
A girl, NALEDI, please don't say things like that. Because you know they're going to use it against you. They're going to use it against you. Don't say that. 3rd episode, quite mediocre. Don't really want to unpack what goes on because they're still talking about pap. They're still talking about pap. Who's going to cook pap? But anyway, they end up going out for dinner. Tato says that NALEDI buys a bottle of Hennessy and then says, I don't want that B to drink my bottle. Oh my God.
And I literally overheard one of the girls saying, yo, she's not gonna drink my shots, she doesn't touch my bottles. I was like, yo, more drama at that.
That was so petty. How they depicted this episode, KAMO seemed very lighthearted. Like, in this episode, she seemed very, she even looked, not to say she didn't look pretty or beautiful in the other episodes, but this episode really made her seem youthful and fresh. Like, she was just like, I want to dance, I want to have a good time. She was smiling, she looked so beautiful, like so graceful. And then now they're saying NALEDI doesn't want her to drink alcohol. When they were editing that, they said, yeah, also because we didn't hear NALEDI saying, KAMO's not going to drink my drinks. Tato is the one who says it in his diary session. So they are doing it on purpose. They are doing it on purpose. Now they did NALEDI dirty because we should have heard NALEDI say that, but we didn't. We didn't. I have to call out everyone. And Tato was dead wrong for that. Tato did NALEDI dirty a couple of times. Also, when he said she's already making enemies. Why were you waiting for her to slip? It's like you were waiting to catch her slip so you could say that. Dirty. What happens is now, apparently, after the club, they went home. They went home, and then an altercation started. An altercation started when they were at home, and apparently it was with NALEDI, and we do not know who. Suspicion says that it's Newo, based on the fact that NALEDI did a tell-all where she actually does mention that her and Newo had a disagreement. Right? They had sort of like a situation fight.
Newo and I got into like an argument. It wasn't anything that deep.
But now we're watching the show and people are saying it was physical. And then KAMO literally says it. She says, NALEDI threw hands. And the shocking thing is that everyone is expecting that a physical altercation would happen between NALEDI and KAMO. But now it's NALEDI and somebody else. Ooh. Guys.
I don't follow NALEDI. I'm going to say this, but I can't actually like speak out what actually happened. There's something that happened off camera, and it kind of affected me personally because I saw that I was there when it was happening. Yeah, and I was like, that is not the way to behave. I was like, I'm not gonna dwell on it, but something happened, and I'm not supposed to even like. But that situation really hurt me, and I was like, actually, no.
It's still kind of like haunts me. I don't want to touch on it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want nothing about it.
And it's very interesting how they're talking about trauma. They're saying that they are still traumatized by what happened there. And I'm going to give you guys a little tea. It's not coming from me. I have not fact-checked this, but some of the people who were watching the live commented on that, and they said Salome actually unfollowed Naledi. But Shem Naledi is there talking so highly of Salome, even saying that they're cool. But now she's unfollowed her. But you would think that she's unfollowing Naledi because of her beef with her sister. But Salome says that it's because of what Naledi did during that altercation that is still traumatizing her till this day. And all the girls agree. Oh my God, it was so traumatic. Oh my God, it was so traumatic. Which, I don't know, guys. If it is Newo, Naledi actually does say in her video that she was in the wrong. But she neglected to tell us that she was hitting her. It got physical. If that was the situation, why didn't she say that it was that bad?
So we had our little misunderstanding.
Guys, anyway, that's pretty much what I can sum up from the first 3 episodes. And of course, me watching their diary sessions. I would also suggest that you guys do that if you are invested in reality TV such as myself. I would say check out their YouTube channel, subscribe, and watch their opinions on what actually goes on. I think Salome is also doing diary sessions for each episode. Some Tanda as well. I don't think KAMO is. I don't think Naledi is, because she said she'd never speak about the situation again unless she does. But it would be nice if she would, so that we can get more clarity, you know. But yeah, guys, it's such a complicated thing. And in as much as it's like entertainment, it is actually real, because Naledi might get a lot of backlash, like even from some of her followers, because it would be disappointing if, you know, she'd get physical with someone for no reason. Do you get what I mean? But anyway, guys, that's my little 2 cents on the show. I really enjoy it. It could be better, but so what, you know? Guys, Abo Showmax are producing mediocre content. So you have to give kudos to people who try. So I do think Abo Tato Rampedi are definitely trying, and I hope there'll be a season 2. I might do a second rendition of this video with the following episodes. I don't know how long the show is going to be, so I might, you know, hop on here and chat a little bit about that as well. But you guys comment down below how you guys feel about everything that we've discussed, and let me know if you guys would like me to do another session of Are You Tubed In. And let's unpack, guys, because it can't end off any sort of. Thank you so much, you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.